Hey everyone, it's Natassia with PSS, and I'm going to be doing a video series this week about the C.A.S.H annual conference, especially the one coming up next year in February. Why am I bringing this up? It is 5 months away. This is actually one of my favorite topics to talk about with other vendors because this is how I grew my business. You will hear some people say, I attended that event and I got nothing from it, or I spent money on a booth and I got nothing from it. Well, I will share my secrets on what I do and how every year I did something different to improve, to build relationships, get my name out there for branding purposes, and last but not least, bring those contracts in. I will be very honest about how much I spend. $20,000 every year. But for a small business such as myself, that is a lot. However, I end up making that every single year back, plus more obviously, because I get contracts from the relationships and the seeds that I planted at that conference. Also networking, you meet other vendors that you can do business with, talk with. They have relationships with districts you might have that you don't have, and then they have some that they might want to talk to. So I'm gonna go over a couple of these things. Logistics. Logistics is my favorite part, the hotel, the event, who you're gonna bring, etc. That is so important because what I see happen sometimes is people will book last minute hotels all the way down somewhere else, and then they're not at the same hub where all the districts are at and other vendors. And you want that because you might bump into a potential client in the lobby or downstairs getting breakfast. So I tell everyone, soon as that code comes out to book the hotel, you better book it. But I'll go in a little bit more depth, like I said this week, about these things. Game plan. If you're gonna go into there without a game plan, I am not kidding you, you're probably not going to have anything come to fruition for you. So we get the attendee list, we go over it, we know what districts we're gonna chase, which districts we're gonna talk to, who's gonna do what, who's gonna be where. We have a really good game plan. That's how every year we've been able to get clients and grow our business. And I'll talk about how I put mine together and good tips for that. Booth. People, other vendors are like, my booth, nothing, no one came to it, no one talked to me. That is so important on how you set up your booth. It's how you set it up with the giveaways that you have, a raffle. Also, if you have other members on there and they're on their cell phones, no one's gonna come up and talk to you. So I wanna give some really quick tips about the booth. Also, who from your team that you bring. If you're bringing an introvert, it's not gonna work out. They're not gonna go out and be like, hey, let me talk to you. They're just gonna be like, oh, hey, here's a pamphlet. It's like, no, you wanna get the right people on your team going to that booth with you. Network and dinners. Also, maybe you want to throw an event. I've seen some people throw mixers and nobody shows up. I also see other people throw mixers and it goes really damn well. So I will give tips, some of them, because every year I try to throw the best mixer at the event on how that's helped me and who to partner with. You either do it alone or you do it with other vendors, and I'm going to say it's way more successful with other vendors. Last but not least, attendee list and follow up. The attendee list is very important. That gets out a couple of weeks before it actually happens. However, someone like myself, I've been going to C.A.S.H conference, the C.A.S.H conference like the past 5 to 6 years, I think now. And I have a copy of every single attendee list. And I see a trend of what districts go. So what I do is I don't email them when that attendee list comes out. I email them a month in advance before everyone else does because I know them. I know they're coming and I can see who went every single time and say, hey, you're going again for the 5th year. Would love for you to come by our booth. I'll share some quick tips on that. You're probably wondering, why are you sharing this information? Because I want to see you win too. And I will tell you one thing. I've given this information to so many people. 80% of you who watch this, you're not going to do anything with it. But the other 20% of you, you are. And those are the ones that I really want to see win. There's enough work out there for all of us. And I know that some of you vendors maybe have new salespeople and they're lost. I was lost when I was doing this in the beginning, but I always said I would help other people along the way. So I hope you enjoy this video series I'm about to do on these areas and quick tips, and I hope it helps some of you.